welcome to the deconstructed beer wall. So I put beer wall construction because we're all having a bit of a change. Broken up a couple of fucking glasses, pardon my French. But I'll get you a bottle and I'll show you what I'm doing. So before, I could only have, um, shall we say, just over that size bottle on there. And then on this shelf, I could have a full size, but not a massive size bottle. You know, something like that. So I've dropped both the shelves down, left the top shelf because that doesn't need to be changed. But now there's plenty more room for the bigger bottles. And yeah, so let me get a beer because I need a beer. Yeah, I broke more glasses just recently than a little. More glass on my floor than a little bit. So, because primarily we're in the cost of living crisis, and not only that, people have said to me about box ticking beers, and this is artisan lager from last year. Yeah, it's about the only home brew I've got that I can actually drink. So, what I'm going to do, I was given this by Castle Rock, so I'm going to put box tickers and like the Wraggy's Golden Ale, the empty bottles, because I'm actually keeping the empties. But yeah, we're going to put box tickers and the like up here. So, not all the Wraggy's will be staying, to be fair. But it's just a pure change around. So like I say, box tickers, beers that I've had, and it's from now on that I've had that are absolutely amazing. They're gonna top wall. That's gonna be the box tickers shelf. If you can get your beer, if you're a beer maker and your beer ends up on that shelf, then you've done bloody well. You know, it will change because obviously I'm only going to do one shelf. The Wraggies will move off there eventually, but not all the Wraggies, obviously. There will always be a Wraggies Golden Ale up there. Why wouldn't there be? Jesus Christ. So now, because I've got that space there, and that's basically, I'm not sure if that's as big as that. Yeah, so the real mega bottles still won't fit. Oh, they will. So it just gives me that ability now to make sure that are a bit more future proofed. But also it means that a lot of the beers that were on the top shelf now won't be going on the top shelf. Before I put too much up, I'm going to chop and change some of the where there's more than one of any brewery. We don't need, shall we say, 2, 3 Castle Rocks, 3 Blue Monkeys. I mean, they've always got a place, but you know, I want to be right. So glasses will be primarily going back onto that wall, although a few glasses, until this populates more, some of the glasses that are on the bottom shelf. So you see that shelf down there? That's actually the bottom shelf. Yeah? Yeah. Now that bottom shelf is going to be the shelf for me to put my homebrew collection. So there'll be homebrew that I'm keeping there to age or just to have. Because it's all right using wine racks, but the sediment, then you've got to turn it up, you've got to piss about getting the sediment out. If I put the bottle there, especially during the winter months, the colder winter months, I can just come in, grab myself a bottle and get cracking, as you do. And then obviously then there's the floor space for even more homebrew. I'm going to be brewing a shitload more homebrew because I'm going down the grain route. I still want to do beer reviews. It's still primarily a beer review channel. But yeah, just fancied a bit of a chop and change really. And GoTed brought me a load of bookmarks, beer mats and shit. And they'll probably be going on this shelf here. Bear in mind that the majority of the time, that's the shelf you see more than any. I don't know if to use these a bit more and have a couple there as well, you know, on each, because there's not really, you can't really put much there. Wow, that beer's walloped me. Oh, flip me, straight to my head. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these back up here as well where they belong, because the problem I'm finding is I can never find out when I need it. I'm going to change the desk as well. Now I've got this that I built is pretty much not needed anymore. Or is it? When I'm doing reviews? Maybe. But even this bit in front, again, this little thing, it's not really needed. So that's what I'm talking about, these two shelves here. So I've got that shelf, and I've got this shelf here. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's my beer room. I don't have to conform to anything. Yeah. Not many people ever come in the beer room anyway, to be fair. And obviously, I've got the ring of light now. The ring of light. Yeah. The ring of death first thing in the morning, but that's another ring altogether. But now I can start putting stuff back. And you know, after you've been at work all day, and then you look at all the crap that you've just chuffed off the wall, it's like, Jesus. And so yeah, that is the plan for the beer wall moving forward. And it's going to be, I'm still going to have like a shelf with more, shall we say, local stuff. Oh, that's another glass that'll jump off the shelf. Yeah, so like I say, local stuff going here. Yeah, there's a bit more room now between shelves, but for any eventuality, it's a good thing. Like I say, they're the locals. For fuck's sake, more glass. Some of the decent gear, that's from low cost from a year ago, and it's still, I've got to drink it to be fair. And then I'm going to put like ciders over there out of the way, more local. And again, just random stuff, random beers. And that's just a case of putting it back to, you know, how it should be. So, yeah, that's my evening. Never one for sitting down and actually doing notes. But, you know, it's about enjoying yourself, isn't it? Doing stuff, eh? It's not about sitting down. Who wants to sit down in life? So obviously, the beer wall is not what it normally is at the moment. You know, I've let it run down for a while. And put the ciders together, put random ales together. And it's great because, I mean, they're all going back on, which is great. Gives me a chance to get it back to normal. And then we've got like lagers, random blooming lagers. You don't realise how big a wall this is until you start trying to refill it. And so another cider. And it's nice, because sometimes it's nice as well to appreciate what the beers you've got and give them a change around. More blooming Wraggies. More Wraggy. Everywhere I look, there's a Wraggy. And there's the Wraggies. The troops. The Wraggy troops. Pale ale here. So, starting to refill. Like I say, I haven't got that much beer these days. You know, at one stage, I had a bloody ridiculous amount of beer. But yeah, it's nowhere near 400 anymore, which is probably a good thing, you know. In the grand scheme of things, there's only so much you can drink. I've got a homebrew if I want to choff. Don't buy beers at £3 a throw to be choffing it, because yeah, it gets expensive. So there we are. That is the new look beer wall. And like where there's 330ml cans, as you can see, I can double them up, which increases capacity. So, you know, it's all good in that respect. Fucking hell, the floor is pissing me off. But, yeah. Amber Gambler, I heard some of them about. Hey. And, ain't they just? Yeah. So, something different. I'm going to start refilling it, get that glued, stop it doing whatever it keeps doing my bolting. And now's the time to refill it. And yeah, see where I go really. The beer wall, I mean, it's been 2 years now and I've not done a single thing to that section. And it always kind of bugged me. If you look down below, look down there, you can just, let me move this camera, you can just see the bottles there. Yeah, they now fit in perfect, absolutely perfect. These bottles are brilliant. You know, if you are doing homebrew, they're brilliant because move that up a bit. Bloody thing. Not sure what I've done there. There we go. There. Yeah, so these bottles are perfect. And even there, you can just, no, you can't fit them on there. You could on that one. But for the bottom shelf, that's what I'm thinking. More homebrew across the bottom. Got to think, you know, in this day and age, with this, until life returns to normality, preparing and lowering what you've got. I mean, 400 beers, an average of £2 a beer minimum. You know, that's like between 800 to 1300 quid's worth. It's what I had at one stage. That's a frightening amount. I mean, last year I was putting away, I was going gardening and I was putting away 50, 60 quid's worth of beer every single flipping week. And these days I've actually limited it down quite a lot. I mean, some weeks I do splurge, but other weeks no, I don't. And I've kept it down. I mean, the beer was not as impressive to me as it used to be. You know, the quality of beers, but hey ho. But you never know. You never know what's coming. So, that's the beer wall construction. Eh? Got loads to do. Toss it up a bit. Put some of the locals across here where they can be seen. Put different ones up there. So I don't mind, like with that one there where it's a bit higher, I don't mind having something quite a bit bigger. So if we're looking like the Totally Brewed one there, I don't mind having that there and hanging over and just slipping the bottle underneath. Yeah, slipping one underneath sort of thing. And pedigree, yeah, that needs to come down. That needs to go down there out of the way. Yeah. No. At one stage. Bit more thingy now. Choosy, I think was the word I was looking for. But yeah, so beer wall construction. Eh? And all it is shed. 84 pallets. Go and get, if you see anywhere that's got big pallets, rip them down, And you put battens that way first. You screw into your joists coming down the ways. You've all got joists on sheds. You screw the battens into there, get a nice good screw in, you know, use longer screws, get into that wood. Once you've got that batten and that batten, I think there's 3 battens going that way, then maybe even 4 actually, and then using thicker wood, this is the thicker wood here, yeah, thicker wood here, screw them on, boof, boof, boof. Obviously use a spirit level, even I've got a spirit level, these things happen, not very often. And then it's just a case of, you know, putting shelves. And you don't, because it's your shed, are you bothered? No, you're not. It's as simple as that. I ain't no joiner, never will be. But I do like what I do. There's a lot of neon maps up there as well. And obviously what I've got to focus on, for me for doing bear reviews, is this section here is the main section. This is what you see most of the time, unless I put the camera further back. So in that section, I want some of the best breweries that I support in that section. And then ones where there's like 3 and 4 of something, just move them out of the way a little bit. Or demote them to the section down there where I'm not overly fussed. But yeah, that's the beer wall. It's coming along. It's bloody empty at the moment. I need to get some beer mats on there. But yeah, thank you all for watching. See you soon.